Yo, yo, what is good? We're
Hello.
live. Welcome,
Hello,
welcome to Married
hello.
with Issues. I am Soldier Only.
The one and only Fuchsia as well. Welcome on our Married with Issues, issue 12.
11, I think.
11. Yeah, you're right. 11.
Pretty sure it's 11.
It is 11. It's 11 on my notes. I don't know why I said 12. It's
All
one of
right.
those days already.
Yes, it is. I'm, just a second.
I'm pretty sure it's
pulling
11.
up shit.
How are you not prepared, sir?
Because remember, it's my own channel. I can't pull it up until we're actually live. It doesn't pull up the preview, so it does
Excuses.
I know. Full of excuses.
Yes. Hello, the Green Man. Hey, Mr. Girl. We need to watch your A-OK. We've been planning on watching that, but we've been so hectic.
Yeah, the first appearance of Mr. Garrel.
Mm-hmm.
We saw that on Discovery Bay's What's On Today, it was today's, wasn't it?
Yes.
Because I think he did it during the recap, so I think he might have done it yesterday.
I really loved them dancing in the back.
Oh my god.
That was a great video. That was a good one, Discovery.
I really wish that we could have ended up at C2 with him. I mean, we really wanted to go, and like we could have. It was just such short notice to try and plan for it, you know?
It's not that we could have. It's that we wouldn't have been able to get enough time off of work that short notice.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, because I had to take some time off work recently with the move and everything, so.
Yeah, and I had to take time off work too. There's a speck on the thing that I had to move because I thought something was on my face, but it was on the screen.
Hey, Stay Puff, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, Stay Puff's here.
I need to go live. I'm on the live. Okay, there's Stay Puff. Hey, yeah. Stay Puff.
Live chat.
Right? They seem like they're having a lot of fun. I wish we could be there.
I know.
Oh, look, you can see the difference between the old cards and the new cards.
Yeah, because it's a different type. Yeah, because we're going to, and I wish that we could have made it to WonderCon, which I think it's this weekend, right? I think Jeffrey's at it this weekend.
I think so.
He might be there now, actually.
But I am excited for our con in April.
Yeah, we have 2 cons next month, actually. So
yeah.
So the cons in our local area, we get 3. There's 2 different Fan X's, is what they call it. There's a spring one and then the bigger one in the fall. And then we have the smaller, like, free one at the mall. Yeah, like Wasatch Con. So the one that's next month in April is the spring Fan X one. And then the next weekend will be the smaller free one. This
is our souvenir from our last one. I use it as a bookmark most often. But it's just to watch that free con. Like it says admit one, but it's really just a free con at the mall where the nerd store is at, where we sometimes go. So it's pretty cool. I'm excited because it's going to be a good birthday year. I get to go to a con. I get Endgame.
And it's all right by your birthday. It's all right there at the end of April where your birthday is.
The con is the weekend of my birthday, even though my birthday is on Thursday. It's that following weekend.
Yeah, it's right there, yeah.
I'm spoiled this year. 2019's my year, and you know why? Because it's going into my dirty 30s. And I'm going to dye my hair. And maybe stop wearing a hat so much, but you guys will see that eventually.
So for like the Fan X ones we get, they're all right, but they're fun to go to because they're like our only cons that we can go to here in the area, but they're not like,
they're more focused on TV.
On the TV and movie celebrities.
TV and movie celebrities. Like,
we don't really get crap for like comic creators, you know.
Artists.
We don't get the Jim Lees and the Greg Capullos and
the Jim Balents.
And Balent, yeah, we don't get like
if Balent was to come here, I'd lose my shit.
I mean, when I have looked at the like creator list that's going to be here,
Paul Bettany's going to be here.
Yeah, he's not a creator though. I'm talking about creators. Again, that's going to the movies.
I like Paul Bettany. He's cool.
But for the creators, I mean, I think they did say like Arthur Sidam's going to be here, and I just got those Deadpool movie homage covers, so I'm going to take those and try and get him signed.
Yeah.
And what was the other creator? Wasn't it Zek? Isn't Mike Zek? I think Mike Zek actually might be here. I think it might have been him.
I think so.
I think it might have been Mike Zek.
It would be so awesome if Marjorie Liu and Sana Takeda came here.
That's what I'm saying, though. It's
I
like,
doubt
but we
they
don't
ever
get
will.
stuff like that.
I doubt they ever will, but if they were to, I would lose my mind.
I mean, the con here, they actually had to change their name because it used to be the Salt Lake Comic-Con, but with San Diego Comic-Con suing all those cons that was using the Comic-Con name, so now it's like they call it like FanX.
Yeah, they call ours
Comic
FanX.
Convention or something.
I'm so blind I can't even read what's on my phone, and it's like.
But the thing is, though, the good news, I guess the kind of silver lining is that every year they do kind of keep getting bigger and bigger. So maybe eventually we'll get to that point that we actually have some creators. Mm-hmm. I mean, throughout the year at our two like big comic book stores in the area, we do get signings sometimes. I mean, we were stoked on that surprise Jim Lee signing. Like
that was nice because I was in the kitchen making dinner. And I'm like, I go into the bedroom. I was like, you're not gonna believe this.
I know you were freaking out, and I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong? Like,
I had actually seen it on Facebook because I follow our comic book store on Facebook and Instagram, and that's where I saw it first. And I'm like, we have to go. Like it was, yeah, we had to go.
Yeah, I mean that was like a bucket list creator, like to me.
And it worked out so well that I didn't have to work till 5:30 that day. I ended up working with you, and we left at like 3 and got there at 4, and it was still good.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, Stay Pup says, no major comic creators is a shame. It really is.
It's a real shame.
I mean, how long has the con even been? I mean, we've only been having it for...
at least 5 years.
Somewhere between 5 and... not quite at 10, but somewhere...
not quite 10, maybe 6 or 7.
Yeah. So that's true. It is still fairly young.
Yeah.
I mean, San Diego Comic-Con itself was like started like in the 70s, I think.
I mean,
that's been going for a long time.
And some of the ones that she's gone to, my older sister, she met Sean Patrick Flannery and got a signature from him and John Barrowman. Mm-hmm. And she met the guy that played the TV Superman back in the 90s. Dean Cain, which is pretty cool.
See, that's the thing, though. So like we said, yeah, they do focus more on TV and movies. So
yeah,
we actually do get pretty awesome like TV and movie celebrities. Like we get the CW Arrowverse actors a lot, and
we actually got
like you said, Paul Bettany and Pom Clementip, however you say her name, from Infinity War is going to be here.
We got really lucky when we went to the one last year because it was my friend that gave us the tickets.
Stan Lee came a couple times too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, last year it was my friend that gave us the tickets, and we didn't go to like any post-ops or signings or anything, but we got a bunch of pictures with a bunch of cosplayers, and it was great because we got me a picture with a cosplayer Deadpool, then we got him a picture with a cosplayer Ladypool. It was awesome. It was kind of cool. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun last year, so I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, that was the bigger one in the fall. Mm-hmm. This is kind of our first one going to the spring one.
Yeah.
And I'm my expectations going into it, I guess, is that it is going to be a little bit smaller, maybe just because the fall one is a 3-day thing, isn't it? Wasn't it Thursday, Friday, or no, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? Mm-hmm. It wasn't 4-day. It wasn't. It was just Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right?
Right.
See, in this one, is only Friday and Saturday. I don't think I'm pretty sure it doesn't have a Sunday, but we did get 2-day passes though, so we are going to go both days.
Is the lighting okay?
Let us know if the lighting's all right. Yeah, because we had like the room light on before we went live, and we noticed it put a big glare on the slabs.
Yeah.
To where it was like distracting. It was like.
It was bright.
So we're actually.
Is we open the blinds in the window
to
have like the light off, so it's like
it's just natural light.
Yeah, it's just natural light. Just if it's not good lighting, let us know. We'll do it.
I mean, because we finally did just put these shelves up. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're gonna have to kind of work on the lighting, get some a little bit better lighting, but we're still trying to get. I mean, we're pretty settled in the new place by now, but we're still kind of getting used to the routine and everything because. I mean, we finally did make a little bit of show notes for this one, so this is kind of like the first time since being in the new place that we've done actually some show notes and stuff. But we also
good to know, lighting is fine.
All right, yeah, thanks, Buff. But I also, I mean, I used to have the routine done well of not filing the new books that we picked up until after doing the show. But this time I forgot. I didn't do it. So I kind of already put the new books away that we got this last one. So
except for my 3, because my 3 were already in my reads, and these are my 3 pickups this past week.
Well, and our first, I mean, we kind of have a lot more coming, but a big chunk of our massive in-stock trades haul came. So that's going to take up a big part of the show anyways. Like,
he made a huge order. It came in 2 different boxes.
Oh, yeah.
One was light and easy to carry. It wasn't bad at all.
I was at work, right?
Yeah, you were at work. It was on Thursday. Yeah, you were at work. I go down to the office, or maybe it was Friday. I don't know. But I go down there, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, I have 2 packages. I'll just lift them all up. And the manager's like, oh, no, that last one on the bottom is the heaviest. You might want to have your husband come and grab it. And I'm like, oh, no, I'll just come back for it real quick after I take these other 2 up to the apartment real quick. I'm like, okay, go back down there. And she's like, yeah, it's really heavy. You sure you don't want to wait to have your husband? I'm like, no, it's fine. I got it. I pick it up. I get halfway down, and I'm like, okay, I need to stop. I need to set it on this post, re-grip it, not drop it. I was so out of breath by the time I made it up the stairs, because we're on the 3rd floor. So I went up 3 different stairs, and it was heavy. I was sweating. And then, of course, no wonder it was heavy. It had 4 of these in it.
Yeah, Pup and I was talking about it. It had those. Pup and I was talking about with how big these Jeff Johns Green Lantern Omnis are. And
it had 4 omnibuses in one box.
Well, it had
with a bunch of other ones too.
Including the 3 Jeff John Green Lantern Omnis, all 3 volumes, plus a bunch of other in that one box. So it's and Pup knows,
it was heavy. Hey, just a weekend.
So obviously, we showed this one. So this is the first one. So volume 1. And these are the biggest damn Omnis.
I was able to carry it.
And volume 3 is even bigger.
Yeah, volume 3 is bigger.
Yeah, they are.
I may have been
so
tired.
Huge, and Pup was telling me about it. You do have to be super careful with the spines on them. So I
may have been tired, but I was really proud that I got it up to the room, up to the apartment. It was
I know.
I got some muscles for a lady.
I mean, I wish I was home for work. I mean, with my messed up back and stuff, you're kind of better at lifting stuff than I am. You wouldn't have been able to carry it. It
would have been like that time that we were carrying that plastic dresser in Walmart, and one of us could have carried it, but because of the size, we were both carrying it, and then your friend was making fun of us, which was pretty funny.
I actually don't know how all this fit. It was just 2 boxes, right, from in stock? It was just the 2, right? So I don't know how all this fit just in those 2.
There was a lot of popcorn.
Hey, Rod. Just Rican and Philip Little. What's going on? Hope you guys are having a good weekend.
Hey, Philip. Gotta upload the unboxing video. Ooh, can't wait to see it.
I know. I can't wait to see that, Rod.
I'm so excited.
I love this cover on Volume 1, too. I love the... oh, my God. Alex Ross. I totally brain farted his first name. Huh?
I got a curl in my hair. It's
gold. But I love this Alex Ross cover on Volume 1.
And then since I have my most recent... These are my only pickups this week. And, of course, I've already read this one. I love it. It is so good. Monstrous is incredible. One of my favorite.
I love Santa Decatur's art.
It's so good. And this issue was really good. I enjoyed it. I recommend it. I think it's good. I love her. I love how she is. She's just don't give a type of person where she doesn't buy through any book. I love it. And then my other pickup is Lucifer. And I think I still need to catch up on the last Lucifer. And I think I still have a Books of Magic that I need to read. And there's a new Books of Magic coming out this week. So I'm going to have to catch up on that. Yeah. And then my last pickup, I must admit, I really love this cover. And I have been liking Pearl, but it's a new story arc.
Yeah, because Pearl was actually originally going to only be a mini-series. But now it's actually an ongoing now. So.
And it's not bad. I like it. Me personally, I like it.
I'm really behind on it. I think I've only read the first 1 or 2 issues, and I liked him.
Yeah,
it's a interesting concept.
Bad. Comic Watch says 10 out of 10 on the cover.
All right, here's so then there's volume 2 on that one. See, like, these are all like so big.
Huge. You were so excited. I am so glad you were excited. I can't wait to see the reaction. I hope you enjoyed all of them that we got you.
I know. And then, yeah, and then there's 3. So there's volume 3.
I'm turning because we got a little desk over here. Yeah, we're still working on the background a little bit because we built the bookcase last night and it was a pain. I am so done with building bookcases. Like, I really wanted to ask my comic book store where he bought his bookcases and be like, can we just take one? Like, just take it from the store. It'd be so much easier. But
yeah, Rican. Yeah, that Bendis with Pearl is it's an ongoing now. It's really interesting it's funny with what that story is like about and centered about, that Bendis is writing it, you know, because it has to deal with like tattooing, because she's like a tattoo artist and Yakuza, and it's just normally not like Bendis type of stuff. I mean, to me, or at least to me, it normally doesn't really strike me as something that he would normally write. I mean, kind of. I mean, because he writes like women really well, like with Jessica Jones and stuff, you know. But
I enjoy it. She's kind of a badass.
Stay Puff said, if you think those are big, Jeff Johns' JSA Omni is even bigger. Oh my hell!
I believe it.
Yeah, that's some other Jeff Johns work that I've been wanting to check out, was his JSA run.
Oh, you should grab that. We can show it real quick since it's not on the wall.
What? Oh, the Avengers sign? Okay.
Yeah, I found it at Target.
I want to show this real quick while we're talking about Jeff Johns. I'm stoked that I was able to find this one, the Aquaman Omni. This one sold out on in-stock trades so fast. So this one actually didn't come from in-stock trade. This one, where did I find it on? Might have been Amazon, maybe. Might have been Amazon. So this one actually wasn't from in-stock trade.
I think it was Amazon.
Because this one sold out on in-stock like so fast.
I worked my butt off on Wednesday. I stowed like over 3,400 items at work. I was pretty proud of myself. But yeah, this was one of the ones that came with our in-stock trades, and it's volume 1, Jim Balent Catwoman. So of course, you know, it's my slab that I have on the cover. I love it. It is really good. I am currently here on that chapter. Not chapter, issue. Issue 3. I read some of it earlier, and I'm still reading it, but yeah. I'm really glad we got this one.
I'm stoked to finally read that, too.
It's been so good. I love it. And what I'm really excited for that I didn't know he was getting is Catwoman, A Celebration of 75 Years.
Yeah, which we did pick this up. This was from this last week. Which, the Batman, Detective 80 Years.
Yes.
So we got that one, too. And
our comic book store has been having a sale, too, so we've been picking some of these up there because they have really good sales.
Yeah, they've been having an awesome sale the last week, and today's the last day of it, so we're going to stop by after this.
Oh, see? And the inside? Like, that's just so cool. I love it. A celebration.
All right, get ready for some Buscema, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, see, so you can imagine how heavy they were to carry in one box.
So, Fuchsia actually picked this up by herself.
At Target.
Yeah, you were at Target, and she found this sign that we still need to hang up. And it's cool because it's 3D. It's glass paned, and it's like 3D, so I don't...
You can kind of see it's a little 3D.
Yeah, you can kind of see it on where Cap's arm is.
Yeah. These corner thingies will come off. We just haven't hung it up yet because we...
Yeah, that's the cardboard.
We're hoping, at least I'm thinking, that by the end of next week, we should be able to just be like all settled in. No more unpacking. And decorations will be up, I'm hoping. AR, LMS, Comics and Collectibles, Stacy's
Yeah, how's it going, Russ?
Just noticing people in chat.
Stacy's Weekly, you said?
Yeah.
I don't think I... Oh, no, yeah, there it is. Never mind. Yeah, for a second there, I was like, you're seeing chat that I'm not seeing.
Yeah. Ooh. And so, yeah.
Yeah, Rod said he has a Hulk 3D one.
Ooh.
Dude, that's awesome. Cool. I don't think
I've
seen that one.
It was actually pretty funny because I had to go to the pharmacy to pick up some meds, and I was talking to him on the phone, and as I was walking back to see if they had, I don't know what he did with it. It's around here somewhere. It's a Two-Face one. He's like, oh, you should see if they still have it. I'm like, okay. So I'm talking to him on the phone, and I'm walking, and I see that, and I'm like, I need to grab this too. And I did, because I could.
Okay, so here's, because we didn't get, I mean, there's more omnis and stuff to get to, but there's also trades. We also got paperback.
Yeah, I only grabbed about like 5 different trades to show because they're the ones I'm most excited to read.
I have the...
He got a lot. He's an overachiever. But I love him.
Yeah, my video's buffering. Okay, I think we're good. So yeah, I have the other volumes on the way, but here's volume 1 of Duggan's Uncanny Avengers run. And so I never read this run because I wasn't collecting at the time when it was coming out, but... I'm just really interested to read this. I mean, it's an Avengers run, you know, like with Deadpool and stuff, written by Duggan. So, and I love Duggan's Jerry Duggan's run on Deadpool. So I'm really looking forward to that one.
This one is out of the ordinary for what we usually read, but have been so excited to read it. It's House of Golden Bones because one of our favorite artists is Corey Taylor, and he actually wrote the comic to go along with one of his albums.
With one of the Stone Sour albums?
Yeah, with one of the Stone Sour albums. And it's one that my brother has, where when you buy the CD case, there's a little fold-out thing where it turns into a house.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really cool. So I'm excited to read Corey Taylor's House of Golden Bones. And we picked that one up.
Yeah, so it's written by Corey Taylor, singer of Slipknot and Stone Sour, who has been one of my favorite humans since junior high. And he's actually a massive nerd.
My
which is
all-time
funny.
favorite song of his, though, is song 3, acoustic version.
Yeah.
I would run into the storm just to have you here with me.
Yeah, that song's so good. I mean, he's a damn good writer, like musically. So I'm really looking forward to see his.
I really actually kind of love his
work.
more. I love more of his Stone Sour stuff than I do his Slipknot stuff.
I do
but
too.
I still like Slipknot.
When I was younger and more.
Yeah, I haven't listened
into
to
the harder stuff. You know, I mean, I still love Slipknot, but like you said, now that I'm older, I'm a little bit more into the more mellower Stone Sour stuff.
What do you call it?
Melodic.
Melodic. That's the word.
All right. So this is the other run that I'm just collecting a trade. But so Thunderbolts.
My hair itches.
Volume 1. I already showed this one because we already had this one. So Volume 1, but then we got 4 and 5. So I still need 2 and 3.
My head itched.
And this team just looks awesome. I mean, Thunderbolts. So you have like the Red Hulk, Elektra, looks like Anti-Venom, Punisher, Deadpool. It just seems like an awesome team. And it looks like Daniel Way wrote Volume 1, but then it looks like 4 and 5. 4 looks like by Charles Soule, and Volume 5 looks by Acker, Matteo Lolli, Sandoval, Jacinto. So I don't know. It looks like there's some creative team changes throughout.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I gotta fly away now. And this one, I'm super stoked to read. I cannot wait. I've heard such good things about it, and I can't believe it took us so long to get it. But would you believe it?
Yeah, finally got Hush. And that's the 15th anniversary one, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's actually that's a new edition that just came out, I believe. It's got the Jim Lee cover.
The 15th anniversary deluxe edition.
Yeah. I mean, I was originally looking at the Absolute version, but once I saw that Jim Lee cover one with Batman and Catwoman like that,
I love it.
I mean, me and you are like so obsessed with Batman and Catwoman. It's like one of my favorite characters, one of your favorite characters.
Speaking of, I had a total nerd moment. I posted a picture of the trade I'm reading.
I mean, you guys definitely know how big a Jim Balent Catwoman fans we are.
Yeah. He liked my post and was like, "Catastic," and then he started following me. So
yeah.
I'm like, ah!
Yeah, Jim Balent himself.
I had a nerd moment. I'm like, oh my god, Jim Balent's following me.
All right, and of
course I'm following him.
I've been getting the runs of the Garth Ennis Punisher complete collections. So here's volume 3. So I think I have 1, 2, 3 now, and 6. I think.
AMC has been playing The Punisher on TV last night, and today we watched it last night, and we watched it today. It was on in the background when we were in chat last night while he was building the shelf, and then I was building the shelf, and
the Thomas Jane Punisher.
We just have to mount it to the wall because of the carpet. It kind of like leans that way, but there's like a anchor mount that we can put on the top and into the wall. So as soon as we get that up, then we'll put our books in it.
Mm-hmm. This one I'm really looking forward to, because I don't think I've really read any of this run, but you always hear a lot about it, and I'm a huge fan of Grant Morrison himself. But so Batman, the Batman Grant Morrison Omni.
Boop, boop.
And then I have the Justice League New 52 run in trade, like volumes 1 through 6. But then it was funny, I could never find volumes 7 and 8. Which is the Dark Side War. So, but I was able to find the Dark Side War Omni. So that was the way to get to kind of finish that off by getting the Dark Side War saga.
Yeah. See how many Omnis this is? Can you imagine how heavy that box was?
Okay, and then now this was I guess you can call it like a Grail Omni, like an Omni Grail for me. So, God, I already have like over a short box of single issues that I'm behind on to read. And now there's all this awesome stuff to read. But this is going to be the first thing I dive into. I mean, I might not even finally dive into this at some point today. But, I mean, it's what all the movies and TV shows that have featured this character have been based off of. And it's not only one of the best like runs on the character, it's known as being like some of the best just comic stuff, period. But the Daredevil Frank Miller Omni. And we have the companion one on the way too, which is like the rest of it, pretty much.
I just want to show you. I like the book case cover thingy that comes on most books, but look at how sick that is. Like, isn't that
I know. I love how a lot of these look without the dust jacket.
Yeah, dust jacket. That's what it's called.
Yeah, like that looks so clean with that. Like it's kind of like a wine red.
I love it.
Like a Merlot red.
But I also like the dust jackets to protect it too, so it's like a tough call.
Yeah, right. It's awesome read. I mean, that's what a lot of this stuff is. I mean, it's all like just the classic stuff that like I haven't read. I mean, we have even stuff like Watchmen on the way and just stuff like that.
Speaking of, I actually forgot to go over what I've read this past week. I posted it on Instagram. I finally read the final issue, Green Arrow. I loved it. I thought it was bittersweet. I thought it was pretty good. I liked it. And then I also read the Star Trek Q Conflict that I really love. I read the 9th issue of Catwoman and then Monstrous. So I still got a lot more reading to do, but when everything is like kind of settled in, we'll have more time to read.
Okay, so yeah, Pup said he has both the Daredevil Miller Omnis as well. See, and it's weird because the other one that I have on the way, they call it like the companion one. But I was looking online of what issues it collects, and they're like really important issues and stuff. I mean, I was looking, like the Born Again issues are in it, plus some others. Mm-hmm. I mean, they should almost have just done it like volume 1, volume 2. But it's kind of good that they didn't, because there's like a break in it that's not collected, if I remember right. Because the first one, the one I showed, it looked like it was a lot of his run, like in the 100s and 160 to 180 something, somewhere in there. And then it seems like the companion one is like the 220s to whatever 237 or something that Born Again was, I think, something like that. But because when it's like when it's like a companion one, it seems like it's, I don't know, it just makes it seem like it's kind of like not as important to have, you know what I mean, with it. But
yeah,
but from what I was looking at, from what issues it collects, it looks like Born Again's in it, which is again some more of, one of the best stories out there. Speaking of which, finally got this one too. Dark Knight Returns. Frank Miller as well too, right? Yeah.
And because this just so happened to be like right here, I figured I'd show you guys. It's our Chaos Caution Zone thing. It was like one of the first things I ever got him when we first met. It was like within the first 6 months when I went to Vegas.
Yeah, I'm excited for that too. The Jeff Lemire Green Arrow.
Yes, I was about to show this one.
Oh, you hadn't showed it yet?
No.
Oh, because I saw someone say something about Green Arrow, so I thought you showed it. Oh, your recent reads. Okay. Yeah.
Get with the program, man. Are you here?
I was like,
are you on autopilot? I know, I love you. I can't help it. I gotta give him crap. But yeah, no, I love this one. I'm so excited to read it. It's the Green Arrow Deluxe Edition by Jeff Lemire. And then again with the dust jacket, like, I was actually kind of surprised. I didn't know he had ordered this one. So I was just like, oh, when I saw it.
Well, yeah, because the stuff for you, I haven't been telling you because it's all kind of like for your birthday.
Yeah, I'm getting spoiled for my birthday this year.
It's all just early.
Which, honestly, I think is fair because my last 2 birthdays have been kind of eh. But this one's my dirty 30, and I've just been getting spoiled.
The last year and a half, 2 years, period, for us, we're kind of, but like struggling pretty much, you know, like just weren't the best. But
yeah, we got once a lifetime opportunity, and we're not taking it for granted. But yeah, it's Green Arrow. I'm so excited to read this. Because even though Green Arrow just had their final issue, at least I can go back and reread this.
See, and I missed Metal when it was initially coming out. And I have the regular Metal hardcover, and I read, which I love. But so I've also been getting like all the other tie-ins and stuff. So here's the Dark Days, the Road to Metal.
Have a good night or evening, RLM. RLM. I can't talk.
RLM or Russ. I believe his name's Russ. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's Russ.
Have a great day. Have a great Saturday.
But yeah, have a good Saturday. Hope you have a good weekend. Thanks so much for watching.
Thank you. Live long and prosper.
Okay, so these last 2 Omnis are ones
amazing.
that, no pun intended on this one, especially.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I'm really looking forward to these ones, because this is diving back into Marvel Golden Age, but Silver Age in general. But just getting able to read the classic origins and just the classic beginnings of characters, of stuff that the single issues, you know, would cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars and stuff. But
drum roll.
Yeah, Amazing Fantasy Omni.
It's beautiful.
Volume 1, so yeah, it's the first one.
I just love the community, and I've been having a blast collecting comics, everything related. I've learned so much from watching everyone's videos and streams, right? I agree. I've learned so much, too. This community is just beyond unbelievable. It is so incredible to be a part of this community and have you guys in our channel on Saturdays and be in other channels as well. Like,
I mean, it really is, because, I mean,
it's the best community I've ever experienced. Like, the generosity,
and we've been in ones that we thought were pretty awesome too. I mean, like when we were Twitch streaming and with gaming and streaming and stuff too. But
yeah, this community is so much more.
Yeah.
Send me an invite. I would love to say
thank you for the gifts. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, I was gonna say that. Here, let me show this real quick. So this is kind of the same thing with the Spider-Man. So here's Captain America Omni Volume 1. So it's that Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, Jim Steranko. Goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we were gonna say that. Like, if anyone wanted to jump in.
See.
Okay, but we've never really done it. So how do we do it? So wouldn't it be? I think we would need like an email or something, and we send it to you. I think.
Yeah, we send an invite somehow.
Yeah, because we haven't done it to where we invite someone.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, that's like the only thing I really know how to say in Spanish is un momento, por favor. And I'm like half Hispanic and I don't know Spanish, so it's kind of sad. But it's not my fault. Let's learn how to do an invite. There's a first time for everything.
Yeah, I mean, it says right here, like invite people.
Oh, that's easy.
But I wonder, like, we might have to have him like DM like an email or something, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we debated going on the show last night when everybody started hopping on, and we were building a shelf, and then it just didn't happen.
Yeah, on ComicHead
84.
Yeah, on ComicHead 84 stream last night. He had an awesome show going last night.
Those screws in that back of the bookcase were so tedious because like everything else had like
click the invite and my email.
Yeah, so there was like the screws on the back were so tedious because you know when you're building a bookcase, usually the screws and everything kind of already have their slots to where it's not like super hard to push it in or screw it in. The ones on the back didn't have any kind of pre-cut destination hole to go into, so I had to like put all my force into it, and it took me like 30 minutes to do the top half. So then by the time I got to the bottom half, I left out like 8 screws, and then there's like 5 extra ones. But the way that I did it is I still did like the 2 in the middle, the 2 on the side, then 2 here on like each side, so it should still be proportionate enough and sturdy as a back, but it was just so tedious.
It really was. Okay, I'm sending an invite right now. I'm typing it in. Let's see if I can get this to work right.
Reminds me of my stepdad, because whenever he'd go to like any kind of furniture store or something like that, if they had something on display that was already built, he'd like convince them to sell him the one that's already built. He'd be like, I want to buy this, but I don't want to build it at home, so I'm going to take the one you have on display. Yeah, and I don't know how he did it, but more than half the time he actually got away with the one on display.
Okay, I think we sent that. If I did it right.
We're gonna need these. Right, left. Oh, and you still got that down there. Here's this.
Oh yeah.
But it really makes me wish that I had that kind of charisma when I went furniture shopping, to just be like, I want the one on display. Give me that one. I'm not buying one I have to build myself. He was very persuasive is what he was.
Right.
Don't know how to invite words. Left, right, left, right. Right, left, left. Double this, double that, double this, double that.
Yeah, you know how much harder it would be to like get it here and get it in move though with it already assembled. I mean, because this thing's like pretty tall.
It is not near as tall as some of the other stuff we carried. And it's light.
Yeah, that's true. It like, yeah, it's definitely not as hard as like the couches were and stuff when we moved that in.
Yeah, we kind of dinged up the wall.
Yeah, just a wee bit.
We were originally going to put the sofa part, like we have a sectional couch, and the corner piece is kind of like sunken in. So instead of it having connected with the rest of the couch, we have it in the bedroom in the corner as like a little reading spot. And we were originally going to put it in here, but by the time we got it down the hall, we couldn't do much more.
Yo, there he is.
Hello.
Hey, guys.
It worked.
How's it going? Can you hear us?
I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes. We got you.
What you talking about, Willis? I'm here.
I was trying to put it on a laptop, but I'm trying to figure that out right now. But I'm using my phone at the moment.
That works.
Yeah, it's tricky. I mean, we're still getting the hang of it, of using everything. And
yeah, when we were going to jump on the invite last night, we were just going to bring the laptop into the living room, but then the bookcase was in the way.
Mm-hmm.
I got my best impersonation of Reggie collection. My muscles showing here.
Muscles.
Yeah, sun's out, guns out.
I got some muscles. I carried a big box with like 4 omnibuses in it on top of other trades. It was
got
heavy.
you doing good work.
He is.
Yeah, I was at work, so.
Yeah, he was. And he has a messed up back, so I figured I could do it.
You're good lately.
Yeah, she is. That's for sure.
No, I just want to take a quick minute and say, Oh my God! Thank you so much for the puzzle was amazing,
Mm-hmm.
but the books. Oh my God! The three Batman books. Oh my God! I'm
Yeah.
excited to read it, and my wife walks in. She came from the hospital from seeing her mom, and I'm like, I told you it wasn't just a puzzle. We have books in here. And she starts laughing, you know. But
Well, I'm glad you
I
love
really
them.
do appreciate it. Yeah, I do.
We came across that 3-part story and we're like, oh, it's all together. We have to send it. So we just got all 3 and sent it away.
I know Fuchsia actually picked most of them out. So I'm trying to remember what some of them even were. Like I remember there was like I remember like the older like there was like an old Flash and
I think there was 2 different old Flash and the 3 Batmans.
Yeah.
I got the video. I got to upload it. So
We'll have to watch it.
It's a cool video. So I just haven't got around to it. But yeah, I just want to say thank you guys. Just quick minute jump in. Sorry I didn't do a live stream last night. Just so much going on right now.
Oh no, it's all good.
You're fine.
Yeah,
we
get it.
Yeah. We still got so much going on that you're good. I'm glad you enjoyed it though.
Yeah, we were really stoked to do it too.
I can't wait to get a kitchen table to work on some of my other puzzles though, because right now we don't have a kitchen table.
You'll get it.
Yeah, that's like the last thing we need.
Yeah, I didn't get my kitchen table till a year later, so.
Yeah.
Usually eat dinner on the couch watching TV, you know, like nobody actually sits at the table anymore, so you can go a while without it.
But I just want to say thank you once again. I want to jump on your stream. Hey guys, follow these guys, man. Sub them up, follow them on Instagram.
Yeah, follow Just a Rican too. He's an awesome cat.
I'm just okay. I'm awesome.
No, come on.
You're one of the best.
All right, so I gotta go. I gotta get ready for the stream. I got a lot of homework to do. I'm so behind.
Oh yeah, coast to coast, right? That's
coast
today too.
Coast. Yeah, we'll be watching that.
Yeah.
After here, we're gonna go to the comic book store because they're having a really good sale. Then we gotta stop by my mom's, and we'll be back home.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be too long, so we should be able to be in the chat.
Appreciate it.
Is what I was getting at.
All right, have a good one.
Guys.
Thank
Love you guys. Take care. Be safe.
You too.
All right, yeah. Like God, I love Rod. That's so
Just
awesome.
Rican, go sub him now.
Yeah, for sure.
You got to do it, man. He does his show Coast to Coast. If you're unaware, it's a really good show. I enjoy it.
Yeah, Gray Man in chat said, "Yeah, you can't beat some old Flash and Batman." That's so true. I really
and I love it because our back issues at our comic book store are only $2. Like back
usually
issues are $2, unless the price is marked.
Right.
But then when they're having a sale, you're getting back issues for $1.
For $1, yeah.
Yeah.
So like their sale they're having now, it turns 90% of their back issues into $1. And even then, like so, like even if it's like in the, I call them the PAM boxes, prices marked boxes, where like more older and key issues are, and even then they're always so just price incredible. Like like I say all the time, I'm like, God, he's like underselling himself. It seems like, you know, but that's just how it is. Like, I mean, if you show any interest in anything and you're just kind of, and if he could tell you're kind of debating it, he's like, come on, get it. I'll give you a deal. You know, like Dave is such an instigator. Like
he really is. I just got Vanellope from Wreck-It Ralph because I love that movie. It's one of my favorites. And I saw Wreck-It Ralph too, and I'm like, well, I know I have Vanellope. Do I want Wreck-It Ralph to go with the set and have them both? And I was just kind of debating it, and he's like, I'll give you a deal if you get it. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting it. Because he had it priced as like $10, and he gave it to us for $8, but that wasn't also including our hold discount that we get when we leave anyways. So it was a really good deal. And Dave, the second he sees you interested in something else, if I turn to him or if he turns to me and we're like, should we get it? The second he hears it, I'll give you a deal. I was like, okay, I can't say no now.
Well, remember the Daredevil statue? He's
That
like,
one was great.
we were kind of, him and Han, and then he's like, all right, I'm putting it in your hold, and he just grabbed it and threw it in our hold. We're like,
Yeah.
all right,
because we didn't notice it until we were walking out after we had already paid for everything, and I was like, babe, look at that, it's. And we were both like, well, should we maybe? And he's like, you guys are gonna get it anyway, so he just put it in the hold. And we were
well,
like,
because he knows us too. Like he knows we're big Daredevil fans, and he's like, I know you're gonna get it, so here, I'll put it in the hold.
He's grown to know us quite well, considering. I cannot speak. Considering that we've been going in there at least once a week for a year.
Like a year. Well, yeah, I was gonna say a year and a half, but not quite that long, because we've been collecting again for a year and a couple months, so 14, 15 months.
Granted, there has been times where we haven't been able to go in 1 week, but then we do
then
both haul pickups the following week. So, but yeah.
Grayman also asked which series that older Flash was, Wally West or Barry Allen, and I think from that era that you got, from what I remember, I think it would have been.
That's a good question.
At first, I almost wanted to say Wally, but
I think it would have been Wally because it was older. It was in the back issues.
It was probably a Bronze Age.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I thought they were really cool looking covers.
They were. I'm pretty sure it was Bronze, if I remember. I mean, because like I said, you picked it out more than I did.
What you can do is go watch Just Rican's unboxing video, and then you'll know.
There you go. Yeah.
Because I have a terrible memory.
I do too. That's what I'm saying. I'm
not quite sure which one it was.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna have to remember what we even threw in there. Yeah.
I know it was. I forgot about the Batman, but I knew I tossed in some Flash. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like when we sent that AOK to McD too, and I'm like, okay, I know we sent him this, I know we sent him that, but what else did we send him? And it was like watching his unboxing. It was like, oh yeah, that's the one we sent him. Okay. Yeah, because we're just so forgetful. Like we have a really terrible
I have a terrible short-term memory.
My hair is kind of growing longer, and it's getting itchy.
Okay, so another thing we normally do on our show too is kind of look ahead to what we're looking forward to the next week, and this time I actually did check out the previews. So this next week there's Spawn 295, Action 1009, Batgirl 33.
Unless you can take these out, they're gonna fall out anyways.
Yeah, I know. See, and with this plugged in, I don't know if it doubles up like an echo, because then I think the mic off this would be pulling, and the mic off that might be pulling it. So that's why when it's just us, I unplug this.
Try and turn it into a one-man show.
I don't know.
He's trying to push me out of frame.
I'm kidding. No, I'm not.
I'm kidding.
One thing worth noting, the Batgirl 33, the B cover this week has an awesome Yasmin Putri variant that she's going to be doing on Batman 33. Of course, the big news this next Wednesday is Tech 1000.
Yes.
Detective 1000 is finally dropping.
So excited for that.
I need to remember.
That was a really dramatic yes. I was looking down there.
I need to remember when we go to our LCS. Remember, I pre-ordered the A cover and then the Stranko.
Yeah, we did see Captain Marvel.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna get to that. Yeah, Grayman asked if we saw Captain Marvel, and we did, and I think we did talk. We did do kind of like a little spoiler-free discussion last week's episode.
Yeah.
Last week.
I must admit, spoiler-free, I enjoyed it. I understand why some people didn't, but I thought it wasn't bad.
No, you know what it was? I mean, from what I've seen, it was like getting review bombed just from all the haters from before it even came out. And then it seemed like once it came out, the reviews were mostly positive.
Some people don't really care for Brie Larson.
You knew I was kind of worried about her going into it. And
I didn't think she did too bad.
She did better than I thought. But
it was, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, I like it, and I like Captain Marvel a lot as a character too. I really do. So what I need, back to Detective 1000. What I need, so like I said, I pre-ordered through our LCS the regular A Jim Lee wraparound, and then the Stranko cover. But then from Midtown, I also ordered a few other decade. I think maybe a few other decade covers and then some exclusive covers. So when we go to the LCS, I need to remember not to get any more of the decade covers to make sure I don't accidentally double up, because I can't remember what ones I ordered.
If you do double up, they'll end up on the community box and go up to the next day. Okay.
That's true. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. I don't mind accidentally doubling up now, because now we have an awesome community to send it out to, and we have a box that anytime if we accidentally double up or anything that we think we'll just throw it in a community box, and then.
You know what thought actually crossed my mind when we sent out the puzzle to Rod was, I wonder if we did like a little competition where it's like, okay, we both got a puzzle, ready, start, like ready, set, start, and see how long it took each other to do it. But I don't have a table, but yeah. I mean, I'm not really competitive in most things, but it's like the fact that we have the same puzzle, it just, that thought had occurred to me, like, ooh, how long would it take?
And you're good at them. You do them a lot, and you're really fast.
I'm not that fast at them. I used to be a lot faster.
Compared to me, yeah.
I used to be a lot faster. I have a really good patience when it comes to puzzles.
Yeah, Grayman said he enjoyed it too. Not as good as Aquaman, though. I agree.
Agreed.
Out of those two, I would say I think I liked Aquaman more too.
Agreed. Yeah.
I believe so. We actually we got it on digital, Aquaman, and we really want to watch it again. We might watch it tonight, maybe. Because we've still only seen it the one time, right?
But we can't make it too late of a night because today is my Sunday.
Yeah, you work. That's right.
I have to get up at like 6 a.m. tomorrow.
All
which
right.
isn't too bad because I have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, off Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So it's kind of nice to do 410s. It just kind of sucks that my Sunday is everybody's. Like my Monday is everybody's Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
But then by the time it comes around to everybody's Monday, I'm like, oh, this ain't too bad. It's already Tuesday for me. So it works.
Which makes it awesome because New Comic Book Day is her Friday.
Ooh, that's true. But that's a really good idea. Do a stream chat and do the puzzle at the same time. That's a really good idea. If you check out my Instagram, they're a little down on my news feed, but I have like 12 different puzzles. I have 2 Destiny ones, 2 Fallout ones, a Marvel one, a DC one, another DC one, so I can't wait to actually get a table and work on them. So that's a really good idea. I might have to do that.
Yeah, it is. Speaking of Flash, so Flash 67 is this next week.
Flash.
I know. I just finally caught up and read 64, 65, and 66 earlier today.
And didn't you say there was also Books of Magic?
Yeah, I didn't write it down because those are normally yours. But yeah, there's Books of Magic and Labyrinth, number 12. Yeah, Coronation is wrapping
so
up.
I am super stoked for that one because I was really into it at the beginning, kind of fell off of it, but is still buying the new issues. Since it had been a little longer between the issues, I couldn't quite remember what happened in the last issue. So when I get the 12th issue next week, I'll probably just grab all 11 and read all 12 at once, so that it's like I read the final 12-issue mini final issue after I read all of them, so that I'm not confused on anything, and that we can. So I'm really excited for that one. That was like one of my first mini series I picked up. That one's been going for a while because I think it's been only coming out once a month or semi-monthly.
Pretty much, yeah, because it's issue 12. It's once a month, so that's a year. And then, yeah.
Yeah, see, so it's been a long time coming. I'm excited to get to the end.
Heroes in Crisis number 7 is next week. Shazam number 4. Wonder Woman 67. ASM 18. One of the series I'm obviously really loving right now. Daredevil number 3. Fantastic Four number 8. Oh, this one makes me sad. Spidey Deadpool number 48. It makes me sad because it's wrapping up on 50. I think it's 50 is going to be the last one.
I agree with you there.
And X-Force number 5.
No, what I was saying I agree to is the Gray Man said, I felt no sense of fear with Captain Marvel. She seemed to never be in trouble much, I thought, so it lacked fear for her. I agree.
That happens with characters like that because you kind of get that with Superman too, to where they're so powerful, it's hard for them to feel like vulnerable.
Unless it's the death of Superman.
Yeah. Yeah,
which is
unless
like what we happen to have here.
yeah.
This is such an old copy.
That's an old one.
Old copy.
That's old beat up. We got the new copies, but that's a nice reader.
Hand-me-down that we came across. But yeah, I agree there. I'm actually really hoping and I'm hopeful that in Endgame you see her with a little more fear and like a little more enthusiastic, because like with her movie she kind of had an amnesia where so I can, because sometimes you never know, amnesia can last longer for some people than others, and like sometimes it takes a little longer to come back to who you are. That I'm hoping in Endgame she's more vibrant, more
it just makes you wonder,
emotional.
It just makes you wonder now though, because it's such a big time jump now from Captain Marvel to Endgame. Like, has she been in space the whole time? I mean, how connected to Earth and humanity is she? To where, like, how much of an impact of the snapping, as they call it, of how much the impact of that has on her.
I didn't survive the snap.
I didn't either. Yeah, if you Google, what is it, like? Did I survive the Thanos' snap or something? You could see if you survived it.
Superman is the tension comes from having to save others, or they dig out,
or kryptonite. Yeah,
like Batman vs Superman, where he Batman kicks his ass with kryptonite.
See, and this is an interesting thing too that fans have been debating about since Captain Marvel came out. Is so with the sequel, is it going to be between Captain Marvel and Endgame, or is it just going to, keep from Endgame? I kind of hope that it goes back again, to maybe like the late 90s or early aughts.
Depends on how Endgame is.
Yeah. Because I want to see more from the MCU from back then.
Yeah.
Because
there was one complaint I did hear about in Captain Marvel that I agree with 100%.
Well, is it? It's not really spoilery? Because we're still trying to keep it spoiler-free, right?
No, it's not really spoilery. It's the shield part.
Oh, yeah.
How, like, in Iron Man, it was strategic, homeland, blah, 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 blah. And how in Captain Marvel, it was straight to
They had shield already, yeah.
Yeah. That was the one continuity error that kind of threw off my OCD.
Which, it is kind of funny to see that, because Marvel Studios is normally so good with continuity and stuff like that.
Yeah, Pro 186 made a good point. I think her fear will be with regard to the survival of the people she's starting to care about again.
Yeah. Like, I agree. With Probe 186 too. I think her fear will be with regard to the survival of the people she's starting to care about again. And then Grayman said, "We'll see. I'm sure there will be something there. Thanos will be bound to be tougher than her." I know it's gonna be crazy because like of how tough she is, but then like Thanos, it's like, oh my god. Yeah. And I heard something, I don't remember where I heard it, but it was either Feige or the Russo brothers said something like, I'm paraphrasing like crazy, but it was something to the effect of like Captain Marvel.
Hey Mo.
Kind of something like Captain Marvel isn't going to be the savior that we think she is. That it's not going to be like her, like just kicking ass and just winning it for him, pretty much.
It's not going to be what we expected.
Which I mean they're so good at that stuff lately. It's like you kind of don't know what to expect. Yeah. I mean, the only thing I'm really expecting going into Endgame is obviously like some kind of timey-wimey kind of stuff. I mean, we've all seen the trailers, where they're wearing those suits. It looks like quantum realm-y kind of suits, like they're probably going into the quantum realm or something. So
could be. Well, speaking of
Mo,
getting our stuff kind of together and more organized, we did start our top 5 again.
And speaking of MCU, nice segue. So for our top 5 today,
I don't get enough credit sometimes. I'm totally kidding. I'm not so brilliant. He's always right, not me. I'm the one that's wrong.
All right, so top 5 MCU films.
Yeah. So, you'd kind of be surprised that like Infinity War isn't on mine, but when I was looking at the list of all of them, I was thinking about the ones that I enjoy rewatching the most, because I really love most of the MCU movies. There's maybe like one or two that I'm like, it's not my favorite, but it's not the worst. So should I start with number 5 and suspense down to 1, or start with 1?
5. Yeah, start with 5.
So for number 5, I chose Captain America: First Avenger, because I really loved that one, and I can rewatch it again. I love the bit where they're like, any man who gets that flag down can take the car, hop in the back to the car and have a ride back to camp, and everybody's jumping up and he just goes bloop. Like, I love Captain America: First Avenger, so that one's number 5 for me.
All right, so my number 5 is Thor Ragnarok is the one, for my 5. Which, it's easily probably the best Thor.
I love that one.
I mean, like Dark World, from a lot of MCU fans, it seems like Dark World's kind of like at the bottom for a lot of fans. Which, I mean, I kind of like Dark World probably more than what most MCU fans liked, but
it's not bad. Ragnarok, but it's not on my top 5. And then my top 4, my 4th on my top 5 is Doctor Strange, Stephen Strange.
Yeah, Doctor Strange was really good. I can't wait. So Feige has been saying lately, Kevin Feige has been saying after Far From Home is when they'll finally like announce and kind of talk about the future of the MCU, like more when they'll finally kind of announce what's coming up after that. And you have to know, Doctor Strange sequel is going to be on that list.
I have to let you know this now. When you hear my other 3 that I have on my top 5, it's really surprising to me that I don't have some of the others on there, because I still love them just as much. But it was really hard to put the top 5 together because
it's really hard.
Yeah, because there's 2 on my top 5 that aren't on my top 5 that I think should be, like Spider-Man: Homecoming and Infinity War. Like
and our lists are pretty different too. I mean, there's like a lot on your list that's not on mine, and there's a lot on mine that's not on yours.
Because my number 3 spot is Ant-Man and the Wasp. I thought the second Ant-Man had a better villain than the first one, and I really loved the first Ant-Man, but Ant-Man and the Wasp was a little bit better compelling wise with the villain and everything.
I liked Ghost a lot in Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I really loved Ghost. Yeah.
In Yellow Jacket in the first, he was. You kind of gave your 4th and 3rd, so I'll do my 4th and 3rd.
Ahead.
So my 4th is one you just said that's not on yours, is Spider-Man: Homecoming. I love Tom Holland as Spider-Man.
He's such a good Spider-Man.
I love Michael Keaton as Vulture in that film.
Which is why it's surprising to me that I don't have Spider-Man: Homecoming on my top 5, because
I'm kind of
Tom Holland is my favorite Spider-Man. He is so good.
Yeah, Tom Holland's crushing it, and I'm so stoked for Far From Home. I mean, to finally see Mysterio on the big screen too. Mysterio's like one of my favorite villains back when we did our top 5 villains. In my number 3, once again, another one that's not on your list. Yeah, our lists were really different. So number 3 is Infinity War. When I was debating this list, I mean, going into it, I kind of expected Infinity War to be a little bit higher. I knew it wasn't my favorite, but at first I was kind of maybe expecting it to be like number 2.
Yeah.
I was kind of wrestling with it, that maybe it might be number 1, but somewhere in 1 and 2. But you'll see when I get to my ones above it, though.
Luriman had said he saw a video of her power comes from the Tesseract Cosmic Cube, which is just a 5th of the Infinity Gauntlet, I think. Yeah.
Not to go down spoiler territory down too much, but yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Then again, the thing about spoilers, the longer the movie's been out,
the less,
it slowly gets less spoilers.
Well, and what's crazy with it, the last I heard, it's getting really close to that $1 billion mark. So it's like, who the hell hasn't seen it at this point?
Exactly what I mean. It's like, the longer it's been out, the less likely you're going to get spoilers.
And it's been, what, a couple weeks now? It's been out? Yeah, because it came out the weekend after my birthday, right? So 2 weeks? 3 weeks? 2? 2 weeks, I think.
3? March 5th.
What was your... Oh, wait, yeah, never mind. So...
Yeah, it's been 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, yeah.
Yeah, it's been 3 weeks.
Okay.
So then my number 2 is I really loved both.
You're okay, great, man. Don't worry. It's not like really like that big. I mean, most people know it anyways, I'm sure.
Like I said, it's been out for almost a month now.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, the spoilers aren't our fault.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it's been out that long.
Because my mom usually waits at least 1 week, 1 to 2 weeks, and then she sees it.
Yeah, because your mom's even seen it already, and your mom normally waits.
She's really antisocial, so she goes on Sunday.
Yeah, she hates the bigger crowds, which we do too, but
Saturday matinees aren't bad.
Yeah, our comic book movies, we normally go that for that opening weekend, we normally go Saturday or Sunday mornings.
Yeah. But so then my number 2 on my top 5 MCU movies, I really loved the first one. I really liked the second one. The reason I went with the second one over the first one is because you finally learn more about Yondu. So that being said, you can imagine Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I loved. That one's my number 2. It, like, his dad coming into play wasn't that great of, like, he was a decent villain, but I really loved that you got to see a different side to Yondu, and I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yeah, Yondu was so awesome in Volume 2.
Yeah, I really love watching Guardians Volume 2, which I am super stoked they hired back James Gunn for Guardians.
Yeah.
Because now we might actually see what's going to happen with Adam Warlock that they teased in the after credit clip. Yeah,
I'm glad you remember that. I just show it. So this was a spec buy I did earlier this week. I don't think
sometimes too. It's okay.
So I had that in the news that James Gunn was reinstated for Guardians 3. So I mean, if he's continuing down that path, that
wouldn't you call it a prospect buy?
Speculation, like speculating the market, like spec buy, speculation.
It's kind of like a prospect.
Well, speculation is what they call it in the industry. But and I think I bought this like the day that news came out, right? Because like we were at the store and I saw this and I'm like, oh, you know what? Yeah, like this book is probably gonna spike. But I think this
wrong tube.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. But I don't know how I'm still alive.
I think this character also kind of has like several different books as like first appearances. So yeah, here we are. Fantastic Four 67.
Nope, I thought I was gonna sneeze.
Yeah, see, and this is just on the bag that our LCS puts on keys and stuff. So I'll swap it out,
okay.
But
it's not like on the book or anything. It's on the bag that the book is in the bag and board.
Yeah, and I think I've seen places listed that it's like first appearance of him, where first appearance as Warlock is like a different one or something. I don't know. Right. I need to do more research into it.
I'll try not to die on air.
But this is a really clean copy.
That's a pun, on air. Like it went down the wrong tube, air. He doesn't think I'm funny.
No.
I think I'm hilarious.
But yeah, this is a really clean copy for FF67. So yeah, like I said, this was right like the day or the day after that the news that James Gunn was reinstated. I saw this on the wall behind the register at our LCS for a damn good price for the condition it's in. And I'm like, you know what?
Get it.
Yeah, especially with the sale.
Yeah,
to make it even cheaper.
Been going on all March. Like, it's not just one weekend sale. It's been like,
it's the March Madness is what they call it.
It's been going on like the majority of the month, and it's what I really love.
Oh yeah, Mo said Comic Geek McD says the chat isn't working on here again.
He said 100% guarantee. Oh, it's not working again. We really
Dang.
need to look into that, man.
I know. I have kind of looked around. Like,
I'm sorry I didn't notice it like I did last time. I got distracted.
yeah,
I noticed it pretty good last time, but this time I just noticed
yeah.
it.
Grayman asked he's watching but can't chat. Yeah, that's what I think it is.
Yeah.
And I did look in the settings, and like I can't see.
I'm paying attention now, McD.
I can't see anything in the settings that would like affect that. So I don't know.
Have you tried kicking it?
I don't know.
I'm kidding.
I don't know what it could be. Like, it really like frustrates me because it's been happening to McD every time for the last few weeks. It happened to Perry Comics, I think, at one point.
Is there a way you can look at the settings while you're on air?
I don't know.
It's possible.
I mean, you would think maybe it's like in some kind of setting somewhere that prevents like some kind of privacy settings or something, maybe to because for you to not be seen like in a chat, like that sounds like it'd be some kind of privacy setting or something, maybe.
Yeah. We wouldn't, if you can look at it while we're still on air, like right after, we'll have to actually look into it. Our LCS is Dr. Volts.
Oh yeah, I was gonna answer that. Yeah. Probe 186 asked what's your LCS. His LCS has a March Madness too, and we're in Utah, and so yeah, it's like she said, it's called Dr. Volts Dr. Volts Comic Connection.
Yeah, Dr. Volts Comic Connection, and it's actually really cool because like I don't have the card, but it's like this superhero looking dude with a mohawk. It was really funny. Around Halloween, we go in there, and Dave, the owner, is wearing a bald cap with a mohawk. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But there's two local comic book stores in our area. There's Dr. Volts and there's Black Cats. We more often go to Dr. Volts than we do Black Cats, but sometimes if we're looking for a certain back issue, oftentimes it's at Black Cats, whereas it's not at Dr. Volts, but we both prefer and have a hold at Volts. So it just kind of works out. He's watching. He's late, but he's here. Better late than never. Fashionable.
Yeah.
Fashionably late.
Yeah. Great. Grayman asked if he's using a phone. I'm not sure. So yeah. Are you using a phone?
You may need to switch to the mobile site.
I don't know.
Or the desktop version. No.
I'm gonna try and Google it too. See if I can see of other people like having it too. Like I do need to look into it some more because like I did go through like YouTube settings and stuff and I couldn't see like anything that would like change it.
That reminds me though, like back when I worked for USAA,
it really frustrates me though.
Well, I know, but what I'm getting at is when I worked at USAA and people would sign documents, sometimes they couldn't sign the documents on the mobile app. If they could get into the site by the mobile app, but they would have to go down to the bottom and change it to desktop view in order to have certain features. So it's like, it really makes a difference if it's on mobile or if it's on desktop. Because I mean, like even on your phone, you can change things to be desktop and then you like zoom in, but it has the format of a computer rather than the format of a
from a computer. You can make it like a desktop view. Yeah. Instead of like a mobile app kind of view.
Oh, right? Yeah, it is annoying you can't chat on TV. You should be able to.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, Mr. Garrell said, it's annoying that you can't chat on the TV. And that's true because we've been doing that since we've been busy with the move. We've been doing that where we've been like pulling up comic communities YouTube streams on the TV as we're doing stuff. And and it sucks that you can't chat. I mean, we would kind of chat on the phone, but then have it on the TV. But
did you get to your number 2?
Okay, you did your number 2?
I did my number 2.
Okay,
Yahoo.
So my number 3 was Infinity War. But my number 2 is Avengers 1. And I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I probably really do like Infinity War better than Avengers 1. But I put Avengers 1 higher, just because it was the first, right? You know, it was
the first team up.
It was one of the. I mean, pretty much. I mean, there was like Watchmen and stuff like that, but like. Avengers 1 was like kind of like the first movie of its kind, like what they did. I mean, all in the same universe, and it was all these characters and stuff that had like solo movies already from before. I mean, it was in a lot of ways, it was kind of like the first of its kind, but at the same time, kind of not be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just like some of the stuff it did, it was really really risky too, because like, you know, when this whole MCU stuff started, it wasn't what it is now. You know, like nowadays, it's like, you know, you can imagine.
Sorry. See? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I see what you're saying though, because it is like the first of its kind. It's the first team up where you would have had to seen this movie to know who that character is. You would have had to seen this movie to know who that character is, and they're all in the same, like a trilogy. You know how some movies have trilogies. It's 1, 2, and 3.
And I love stuff like that where it crosses like different media types. I mean, even though they don't connect them super crazy, but like
This
how
chair
even
squeaks.
like that.
I'm trying not to, but I can't help it. I move. I like to move it.
I don't know what the hell I was even saying anymore. What's your number one?
I'm driving him crazy. I'm sorry. I know what you were saying. You were talking.
I'm glad you do, because I don't. What was your number one?
Okay, I'll answer your question first. My number one is Thor Ragnarok.
Oh yeah, so Ragnarok was your number one?
Yep.
So that one did make both our lists. Is that the only one that made both our lists? Don't say my number one yet, but is that really?
Mm-hmm. Only my number one is your number 5.
Wow.
I love Thor Ragnarok.
I didn't realize like our MCU list would be so different.
I'm not surprised. I mean, we're very similar, but we both have our own contrasts. There's some things you like more than me, and there's some things I like more than you.
That's really interesting. So out of our top 5 MCU list, we only have one movie that we both have on the list, and your number 1 is my number 5.
I love Thor Ragnarok. It's so good.
It is.
Yes! I know him! I have to get off this planet. Like, it's just so good.
I know, and I love that the Hulk's in it too. Like, I love that we got to see him in another one.
I actually haven't really heard anything bad on it, but I'm not surprised because the hater's gonna hate. No matter what, there's always gonna be haters somewhere that don't like something.
Well, no, remember when it came out? I have heard of the people that don't like it. They don't like that it was like too humorous, that there was too much comedy.
Oh yeah, you're right. I do remember that now.
Remember, like obviously
it was supposed to be more serious, and it was more comedy,
which is kind of crazy for it to have that much humor in it, because it's kind of a really dark and depressing storyline, like Ragnarok. You know, like it's the Armageddon, it's the destruction of Asgard. You know, like it is like a really dark storyline, and that has a lot of humor in it.
And you see one thing is how Hela's in it as his sister, but in the comics, Hela's somebody else.
Yeah, Loki's daughter.
Yeah,
Thor's niece.
So there's pros and cons, but I really enjoyed it. That one, I can watch over and over and over and over and over. We'll be using to sing superheroes by then, but it was special to me, I guess, the first time heroes were together like that.
Oh no, Grayman, I guess he was thinking of the second one.
Oh.
So Dark World, which is the one I was talking about earlier, that I think I like a lot more
it's funny
than what a lot of people do.
It's funny that it happens to be my favorite because I believe in some things being cosmic, and Thor Ragnarok is a third one, and 3 is like my ultimate favorite number. I like everything in 3s, like good, bad, in between. Like it's just 3. So it's kind of fitting that the third Ragnarok, the third Thor Ragnarok is my favorite. I love Korg. Korg in it. It sounds like you had an intimate relationship with that hammer.
Speaking of Korg and Thor Ragnarok 2 and 3, I saw something today. So you remember at the beginning of Thor Dark World, of Thor 2? Remember the rock monster that he just like one hit? That was actually Korg. But Taika Waititi comes in for Thor Ragnarok 3 and kind of retconned it to where now it's just some random rock monster and Korg is Korg. But when Thor 2 was originally made, that was supposed to be Korg from the comics. Like that was Korg.
Well,
But now with the retcon from Thor 3, now he's just some random rock monster and Korg is Korg. But
see, and like
I saw that Kevin Feige himself said that yeah, when that was made, that initially was supposed to be Korg, but they got lucky that he was never mentioned by name as Korg. So now they're able to say he's just some random guy.
Yeah,
I thought that was interesting. I saw that this morning.
There's always going to be a difference between the comics and the cinematic universe, like the MCU, but it's like I enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
Yeah, see, Probe 186 said I enjoyed Green Lantern too, and you know what? Even those movies I like.
He agreed
more than most people.
Not agreed. He liked Daredevil.
Well, here's the thing with the Daredevil Ben Affleck Daredevil movie is what you're talking about.
Well, it's not that you liked it.
I know. I just didn't hate it, but I also haven't seen it in a long time, and we're gonna buy it.
Yeah, we'll buy it because
we plan on buying all those.
But I didn't like it.
Yeah.
But I didn't hate it like some people hate things.
I mean, in the collectors in us, like, we're going to buy the Green Lantern movie, the Daredevil, the collector. Like, that's just how we are. I mean, we're going to buy all those.
It may be a bad movie, but you know what? There's some other bad movies that we watched growing up not thinking they were bad, and then you go back and rewatch them, and you're like, why did I watch this?
I mean, I liked Batman v Superman and Man of Steel. I liked those a lot more than
I just wish they would have done the black suit.
I know. I really wish they would have too.
But
that was more Justice League that would.
Yeah, we were talking with my brother-in-law about how Joss Whedon is kind of overhyped. I think so. I agree.
I mean, we like a lot of his work and stuff, and we like him and we're fans of him and stuff. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, sometimes people go a little too crazy, or especially after Avengers 1. I mean, that's when his name got a lot bigger. I mean, he was already like well known, like Buffy, Angel, Firefly, all that. But
all right, you're up. I did my number one.
All right, so my number one has been my number one for a while. And like I said, Infinity War I debated it. When Infinity War came out, when it first came out, I was initially saying that Infinity War even took this movie over as my favorite MCU film. But, you know, I mean, of course you think that all the time when new stuff comes out. You're like, oh, it's the best thing ever. But I still think this is probably my favorite MCU movie, Winter Soldier. Cap Winter Soldier. I mean, it's got I love the storyline in it. I like how it had a lot more like kind of spy espionage kind of type stuff in it. Mm-hmm. But it has, and I love the Winter Soldier. I mean, I'm a huge Winter Soldier fan in general. So, I mean, that's a huge thing for me too.
I can see that being your favorite.
But it also has my favorite MCU fight scene in it too.
Ooh.
The excellent Winter Soldier and Cap hand-to-hand fight scene on the I think they're on the bridge still.
My overall favorite fight scene.
Maybe they're not on the bridge anymore at that point, but yeah, they're hand-to-hand.
My overall favorite fight scene is in Daredevil. That one shot that they do in the prison.
Well, yeah. So yeah, in one of the earlier seasons, they do the hallway one, but the prison one in season 3. Oh my god!
It's all one shot, and it is like incredible how they do it.
That is one of my favorite, just comic scenes, like. Comic, film, or TV scenes, period. Like, that was so incredible how they did that.
See, Guardians is a favorite by a mile. Like, yeah, it's the first Guardians I like, the second Guardians I like. I was really devastated when I heard about James Gunn, but I'm glad he's back.
I know, and I was so excited when we heard he was reinstated. Like, see, that's what's crazy about how hard it is with making these lists. It's only a top 5 with, like, 22 movies? I think there's 22 MCU movies now. 21, 22, something like that. And it's crazy because I love the Guardians movies, both of them, and not either one of them made my top 5. Like, they're so hard to make these lists. Like,
I just noticed McD had said he may be the minority, but he loved Spider-Man Homecoming. And Spider-Man Homecoming was really good. I'm sorry it took me so long to notice that.
Yeah. I don't think McD was here yet on that part. Homecoming was actually on my list, bro. I had it as number 4 on mine.
He might have been. I'm not sure. but since I still have it open in another window, it didn't show as a new message, so I didn't see it.
Yeah, that's right. So in case if you weren't here, my top five was Thor Ragnarok.
Recap.
Yeah, recap. 5 was Thor Ragnarok. 4 was Spider-Man Homecoming. 3 was Infinity War. 2 was Avengers 1. And 1 was Winter Soldier.
I agree with you there, the Gray Man. I don't bother with choosing faves. Too tricky.
It's
exactly
hard.
Exactly what I had with this, because I mean, I have Captain America, Doctor Strange, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and Thor Ragnarok. But some of the others that I really love, Spider-Man Homecoming, Winter Soldier, you know, like Ant-Man. Ant-Man is a real favorite of mine too. Like, my days of stealing stuff are over. What do you need me to do? I need you to go steal stuff. You know, I love the comedy
super
aspect
hard to do.
of it. Yeah,
I mean,
it's like this saying, to put up what you like against what you dislike is a disease of the mind.
Mm-hmm.
I have it in a book.
Remember how hard it was? The hardest top fives we've had is like picking like favorite characters. Like when we did like top 5 characters, top 5 female characters.
Obviously, my number one is Catwoman.
Top 5, yeah.
I love me some Selena Kyle.
Hey, Comic Smurf, what's going on, buddy? He's in chat.
Hello, Comic Smurf.
Yeah. Grayman says my favorite might be just whatever one I watched most recently, right? I mean, like I said, that's how I was with Infinity War when it first came out. Mm-hmm.
I need say no more.
Oh yeah. This one, yeah, you did say. So this one actually just came in today, and I did post it earlier. This
dun dun dun.
This is one of those kind of a personal.
I don't know where this image is coming from.
I mean, Grail might be too high, but I don't know. Maybe personal key / Grail, but X-Force 15.
We haven't seen Logan yet.
Yeah. I am such a bad Wolverine X-Men fan with how we haven't even seen Logan yet.
Charleston shoes are good.
But we did buy this I'm gonna
put it over your face.
I'm gonna hit you in the head.
No, you're gonna pop me in the head. That is so funny.
But we did buy this digital bundle of all 9 X-Men films. So it had the original trilogy, the prequel, Days of Future Past kind of trilogy one, and then the Wolverine trilogy. So Logan is in that. So we are gonna see it
eventually.
When
we have a little bit more time, because we've still been unpacking stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that makes me such a bad Wolverine fan. Even worse, I'm a really bad Star Wars fan, and I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I still haven't seen any of the Disney Star Wars.
I'm your biggest fan.
And shut up for a second. I'm just kidding.
I know. That was funny.
And the reason why is because I was getting my Trekkie wife caught up on all the older Star Wars. So now that I got her caught up on all those, now I can finally see the
Hey, you know what? Your Trekkie wife showed you Into Darkness and the other 2 of that trilogy, and you actually enjoyed them.
The recent Star Trek J.J. Abrams movies were so good. No, I mean, I always loved Star Trek growing up, too. I mean, I was always into both of them. But,
yeah. Gotta run. Great combo going. Well, have a good weekend. Have a good rest of your weekend. Have a good Saturday night.
Yeah, thank you so much, Pro.
See, that's the thing, is I may be more of a Trekkie than I am Star Wars, but I'll still watch Star Wars. I don't have anything against it. I like it. I just don't like it as much as I like Star Trek. I can't talk anymore.
Yeah, so I think, I mean, I did take some show notes. I mean, we've kind of ran, I think we're at about an hour and a half or so. We try keeping it around an hour, but.
Yeah, we're at about an hour and a half. We started to ramble.
I did have news and stuff I wanted to talk about. We'll just go over it real quick. The Stranger Things trailer dropped.
Looks good.
Stranger Things season 3, release date July 4th. We mentioned James Gunn being reinstated. This past Wednesday, I believe it was, the Disney Fox deal closed. So I'm so stoked that that's finally done, and at some point in the future we'll start seeing stuff from that.
I saw a meme where it had Deadpool in that white and red suit that you see in the second trailer, the most recent trailer for Avengers, And it's like, wouldn't it be great if in the after scene credit clip or whatever, after credit scene clip, if he comes running onto the battlefield like, sorry I'm late, guys, I'm here. It's over. Well, that's symbol, like, it made me laugh.
Yeah.
I saw it on Facebook, and I'm
That'd
like,
be so awesome.
That would be great. It was like, hey guys, sorry I'm late. The merger took forever. I'm here now. Oh, what do you mean it's over? Like,
I know. That'd be
I
so
can't
awesome.
take credit for that. I saw it on Facebook somewhere.
So then there was a recent announcement at C2E2 that Donny Cates is going to be doing a mini-series event called Absolute Carnage. So we'll be seeing Carnage back. Written by Donny Cates, art by Ryan Stegman, which I'm loving their run that they're doing on Venom. And then this was like just recently announced by the actors themselves, like yesterday or the day before or whatever, but Supernatural is going to be wrapping after next season. Season 15 will be their last.
Yeah.
And I think we've already kind of mentioned how Arrow is ending after next season too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, along those lines. But yeah, I think that should be it, right, for this week. Oh yeah, so glad we didn't forget this. So as you may have noticed on our channel, we and from our other co-hosts and other homies, that we have a new show.
Yes.
That we're going to be co-hosting with some homies.
We almost forgot.
Every
we didn't
Sunday.
Forget. You forgot.
You can actually check out the trailer if you haven't seen it yet. It's on our channel. It's on the Soldier Only channel here.
Yes, and it is also on my Instagram. I couldn't figure out how to upload it to YouTube because I am technology illiterate. And
I also put links to, and it's its own channel too. So it's the Direct Edition Squad every Sunday. What is it, like 5:30 Pacific?
Yes, with Jeffrey KomiKhan, ComicBooksNYC, and Bake the Snake.
And I have links to all their channels and to the Direct Edition channel directly in the description.
We are super excited for it because it goes beyond just comics and comic-related things. We also talk about snacks and other interests, as well as what's usually on the table, what you see around. So, yeah, there's a little more to it.
Everything nerd culture, pop culture, geek culture.
Our first episode is going to be tomorrow after work.
Yep, tomorrow. I'm pretty sure
premiere.
we're right. Yeah, 5:30 Pacific, which would make it 8:30 Eastern. Yeah, because if it's 6:30 here.
Oh, okay. You were throwing me off when I was thinking 6, and I thought you were saying like 8 our time. I'm like, I'm gonna be so tired for work on Monday.
Eastern.
You're throwing me off. Don't do that to me, man.
Yeah, like I said, the links to everything is in the description. So if you haven't subbed or checked any of that, yeah.
Well, not in this bio because there isn't a bio, but still,
see what I have to put up with.
I'm a special kind of special. Be nice to me.
You're more than that. All right, thank you so much for watching, guys. That's gonna do it for this week. Like I said, we'll see you tomorrow on the debut of the Direct Edition Squad, because that's the name of the channel and stuff, and I think that's just kind of the name for the show right now, right? Like, it's just like
Direct Edition
Squad.
There's a trailer on my Instagram, Fuchsia Only.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at soldier_only, and I think all that should be in the description as well. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. And we do want to try and keep, and we're still going to be doing this show. So Married with Issues is still like our Saturday show, and then we'll have the Direct Edition Squad on Sunday with the homies. And then, and we want to keep like trying to have more guests and stuff. We know we're gonna have Comic Geek McD on a future episode. When do we? You were talking to him about it, isn't it? Like in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I
can't help it. It's all this energy drink. It's giving me weird energy. I was gonna say it was a ballerina because it's like.
All right, guys.
This is what sleep deprivation does, because I stayed up late last night and I somehow got up early. I don't know how.
All right, we love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good weekend. We'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, on the new show. And
live long and prosper.
adios.